Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, where I do all kinds of different mediums and whatever and incorporate them into junk journals, collage, art journals, whatever is striking my fancy that day. Today it's Watercolor Wednesday, so why do I have my glue book out, you ask? For inspiration, of course. I like to watch Denis Love, is one of the people I watch who does watercolor and mixed media. And she's got the box with the colors in them. And I was like, I mean, it's not that I can't afford them. I just would rather spend that money on paints. And so instead of getting the box, I thought, well, I know I've got like this kind of thing in my glue book from magazines, so I could use that for inspiration. And then I realized, I could use inspiration from anything, because, I mean, I could use this piece of quilt for inspiration. I could use this what is he? Churkendoose as inspiration even. He's got the yellow and the green and the orange and the brown. Or even this with the yellow and the orange and the brown. Or this picture here with some greens and pale blush and it looks like taupe and some cream. Or even a book page. We got the red, the purple, the green, yellow, black, turquoise, or blue. So yeah, I was like, I could find inspiration anywhere. A piece of scrapbook paper could also be where you can find inspiration for a theme for colors. There's another page, like this one's got like these balloons right here. That could be a fun color inspiration with the pastels. Or this page here, you've got the purple and the green, the yellow and the blue. So yeah, I was just like, I could just do inspiration anywhere. Of course, this is what was in my head, so I think I want this to be my inspiration. I love him. I love these little pigs. I love them. They're so cute. So I'm going to probably have to mix some colors. But we have this brick red, kind of a red, this nice foresty hunter green. This says Spring Stream, Pharaoh Ball, Babouche. This is almost a yellow ochre. And then a blue ivy, which looks like a colonial blue to me. So getting these in watercolor is going to be a challenge, but I will try to match these up as close as I can. All right, this will be tricky. I think I kind of want to start with the blue ivy because I've got this color, the 8. These are, oh shoot, the paints and watercolors that Amy uses a lot. It starts with an A. Arteza. That's what they are. They're Arteza. So I just have the things on here so I know how to refill them. Of course, this one, it broke. Well, it didn't break. I cut it open because I should have started with the lightest color. I'm going to be dipping my thing back into there. All right, I just want to get enough on here so I have some, because this, yeah. All right, let's wet them. That's one thing you do. All right. This babouche, which looks sort of like a, whoops, we don't want red in there. Don't be getting red in there. What does it look like? It's, all right, so the opposite of yellow is blue, right? So if I want a muted yellow, then I need to put just a little bit of blue in there, right? Because that's too green. Mixing colors is new to me, in case you're wondering. So we're just gonna, well, it doesn't help that there's red in there, or maybe it will. And mixing watercolors, not the easiest thing to do. That is, see, it's a yellow, but it's, I don't know why I'm taking from, this has more, see, there was black in that tube when I put it in there, which is gonna make it a little more green. This had less black in it. These are the same colors. I keep pulling from them. I don't know why. But I want to have enough to be able to use. It's still a little, I wonder if I add a little brown to it. Because it's not necessarily, it's a muted yellow, so that would imply that opposite of yellow, oh, purple, that's why. The opposite of yellow is purple. That's why I got green, because I did blue. And you were yelling at me. I know you were. Okay. I want a good amount of yellow in there. So, the yellow that I want is a more muted yellow. Let's see. Whoops. And there's some stones. So you see that? So we want to add just a little bit of purple. Which purple? I don't know. We just take a little bit of purple. That was too much purple. Now we're going to have to add a whole bunch of yellow. Fix that probably. Let's see. Yeah, definitely need to add more yellow now. And that's kind of what mixing colors is all about. You take some out, you add some in. Well, you can't take it out. If you add too much, you have to add more. That's better. More yellow. More yellow. Whoops, we got a little red in there. Maybe that'll be a good thing. Anyway, we are pretty close to that babouche color. Oh, if I added a brighter yellow, it might. But that's pretty dang close. Okay, good. We get a good amount of that. So let's try to get our blue ivy. So that's a muted blue. So the opposite of blue is orange. So let me stick some orange there. And get me some more blue. We'll do this blue here. More blue, more blue. And it's a color I like, so I'm definitely going to want more. Okay, come on. This is ultramarine blue, I think. And it's a little on the bright side. Definitely have a muted blue, but it's darker than I want. And that just made it darker, which I knew that would happen. Oh, I do have white. Of course, one way to get it lighter would just be to use more water when I put it down. That's still pretty blue. A little bit more orange. Too much orange, probably, because now it's green. Well, you know what? Since we're going in the green direction anyway, let's just go ahead. You'll never be able to mix these colors. I'm sorry. Just mix until you get what you like. All right, I'm going to make that green. And I want this olive green, right? Yeah, this may be a total fail. So I want just a little bit of red, not a lot. Just a little bit. We'll mute it. A little bit more. Ah, too much more. Too much, too much. Get some more green. All right, but then I also want it to be darker. So, do I add black? Do I add purple? Anybody know? I don't. I'm gonna add a little black. And if I don't get it perfect, it won't, it'll just, this is inspiration. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? All right, adding the black got us really close. We're gonna be happy with that. So, I don't know if you can see the two greens. So far, so good. Now, if I wanna do that lighter green, this is the only green I have, is this vibrant green here. So I think that like a little mint would have maybe a little bit of blue green in it, and then tiny bit of red, but maybe this other red, and then just a bunch of white, maybe. I don't know. Don't know if that will. Well, let's see. We're going for that color. That minty. We got it lighter. We need it a little lighter maybe. Alright, that is probably as close as I'm gonna get it, and I'm kind of surprised I even got it that close. Okay, we're gonna be happy with that. Now, still struggling with the blue ivy. Let's use some of this color again. Whoops. Which has some green in it, probably is why when I add the orange and the bright blue. Also want to tone it down. I'm going to use the burgundy, which is not quite red. It's more of a, I don't know what it's, A406, so whatever that is. And then that's not even the tone I want. So let's add some white, see what that does to it. All right, we have it light. You know what, weirdly, I think a tiny bit of black might be what I want to get it closer to. Oh yeah, there we go. That's probably as close as I'm gonna get it. And then the last one's probably the easiest one, because the last one's pretty much that color in that corner. The bird, I'm just gonna use that. Well, it needs a little orange in it. I'm running out of space though. Oh, that's pink. Never mind, not that color. This color. Didn't know you were going to get mixing today, did you? But I don't have these colors, and so if I want to use them, let's see. We're getting closer. I really think it needs just a little bit of black, though. I know. Oh, too much black. Well, she says that. But actually, if I now add a little more red and a little more orange. It's a darker version of it, but it's really close to that. All right, we've got our color palette now. Yay! So, how'd I do? Did I do a decent, halfway decent job of getting the colors, hopefully? So, probably need clean water now. I'm gonna start with a big brush. Oh, hold on. Now we can like fix our focus over here. Usually Denise has it either cut in half or cut in thirds and taped down separate. I'm going to do it more like a masterboard and just see where we go. But I'm also going to just kind of do like she does and just kind of, you know, do it kind of in 3 sections. But they might blend in together a little bit. But in my head, this is cut into 3 sections. So I don't want to use all that. I want to have some in case I want some for another layer. Okay, so there's one color. I'm going to go ahead and do the yellow next, because if that mixes with this, it won't be too bad. Maybe. I don't know. We're just trying it the Denise Love way, you know, just kind of get some paint down on there and you know, I don't know. I'm doing the best I can. Maybe a smaller brush so that we get different variations. Come in the middle a little bit. Now sometimes she will also use the graphite pencil or a water soluble pencil to break the page, you know, so you're not starting with a blank page. I'm generally not too afraid to do things like put color down. It doesn't really scare me too much. These are a lot of colors. Okay, blue. Will blue just bring everything together? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I can go to the edge here. That's fine. And then sometimes she will come in and put some marks in as well. So this is my first time doing like this many colors and trying it. It's okay to leave some white. I kind of want to leave a little bit of white. I'm going to kind of connect these a little bit, just so when I cut them, they'll be fine when I cut them and everything. But I say it's okay to leave white, and then I like eliminate all senses of white. That's the yellow mixed with a little bit of the green. Okay. I want more blue. But I want like a darker blue. Okay. I'm going to dry this and I'll be back. I know it looks insane right now, but hopefully it'll get better. Okay, I'm going to use some Posca pens. I know they're not watercolors. If you want to try this, use what you have. It could be markers. It could be whatever you have in that color palette, basically. What's this color? That is, oh, there we go. I was thinking I had a blue. I don't have a lot of blue in here, so I definitely want to bring this blue in. These Thule art, they're very nice. They work nicely. I've not had any problems with them. They cost way less than the Posca pens. Not that I don't love my Posca pens, because I do. And I'm saying P-O-S-C-A, not P-A-S-T-A. So I want to bring this blue back in, so I'm just going to make some, apparently, uneven. Don't make them the same size, whatever you do, lady. Circles. Oh my goodness. This is also something Denise does. She's been doing this lately. I'm liking it. She also brings in oil pastels or chalk pastels or, you know, different things like that. Use what you have. You don't have pastels, use a crayon. You don't have paint pens, use a marker. Use colored pencils. Just make marks with whatever it is that makes you happy. Let's see. Like, I might want to have some of this green. These. All right. So the Thule markers that I have are earth tones and skin tones, but the earth tones are definitely one of my favorite sets. They do unfortunately not say the name of the color on the pen, so you gotta save your, is this it, or is this the two? So you have to, this isn't even the right one. Somewhere they do come with extra tips too. Somewhere I have a thing that tells me all the colors, but I just go with, you know, what looks good, so it doesn't really matter. And, you know, would I be me if I just stopped at watercolor? No, just add some fun marks here and there. Maybe on this one, I'll do the big circles in green. And maybe I'll just do 3. They're not even circles. They're kind of rocks. So, 3 rocks for Patricia. That's what that is. Maybe fill in the middle. So, that's where that one, because I don't know actually where I'm going to be cutting it, so it really doesn't matter where, because I'm not going to have 3 big panels like Denise does. I'm going to probably cut them smaller for tags, journal cards, and pockets. So where I put things is, so this is sort of a masterboard, so where I put things is not going to be quite as important in the grand scheme of things. So, you know, doing a masterboard, you could do it with papers, make a collage. You could do it with paints, markers, you know, whatever you have. Use what you have, is what I say. All right, and since I don't have with the other colors, I'm using yellow ochre because I like yellow ochre and I cannot lie. Let's do some... all right, I don't have, this is taped down so I can't turn it. It's making it hard. I'm gonna do some lines over here, I think. Just right in the red part here, or whatever color it is. They're kind of wide. I want them closer together, but also I don't have a fine tip. If you see anywhere a fine tip yellow ochre paint pen, will you please inform me? Thusly inform me so I can go find it. That's all I ask. And what if I put it over some yellow to make it a little less yellow? I don't know. Still. Now, you could stay in the color or you could go out of the color. Excuse me. Do what you want. That's what this is about. Now, I think this ruby red from the cover, I think it's going to be pretty close to, so I might want to bring that red, you know, down somewhere. These are also really thick too, so what other marks? We could just do it's raining bricks, hallelujah, it's raining. Oh yeah, I finished my Creators Collab video today, and at the end I was like, I didn't do any singing in this one. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, you know, if you come back, you're probably gonna get singing somewhere at some point. It's what I do. Do 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 do. Sometimes I like to just kind of do weird things like that, like have my lines not be all evened up. Let's see, more blue. More blue. We can do You have to do more than 2. They could be different sizes, but you have to do more than 2. That's my rule. It's my own personal rule. Alright, I don't have to do the whole border, but I might want to just leave it like that. That's okay. We can do that. What if maybe I also have cream. Beige. Did you know they have a beige? Oh, good, it even started. A beige marks. Just, I'm at a loss for marks. Circles. We could just do circles. Let's do some circles. Yep, don't mind me and my brain. My brain and I are not getting along right this minute. Alright, let's just get some paint. Oh, we can use some of this paint. Yay. Bring some of that paint in. So I'm just taking a cover and here and there making circles with the watercolor that I already had, because I like that. Try not to put the green right with the red. I mean, it really doesn't matter. And I like to overlap patterns. I like bigger patterns overlapping the smaller patterns. It makes me happy. It just, I don't know. I just do. And maybe do I have bigger circles? Or other shapes? What do I have? Smaller circles. What happens if we use this? I don't know. We'll find out. It's kind of green right now because it got mixed with some other colors, but what else? Oh, credit card. Not actual credit card, just, you know, one of these. All my paints are dry. All my paints, oh, except for that one. That one's not. We can do that. Just some lines. That you could do this with watercolor. You could do this with acrylic paint. It doesn't matter. I'm just using the watercolors that I had left. Cross over some of these. I can't do a straight line to save my life. Can you? I cannot. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I'm bending the card and can't see real good. I'm still gonna go over these a little bit. I kind of like that doesn't give you a perfect line, even if they're not straight. So I'm getting kind of like little dots. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. No, you can't see. Always off, aren't I? Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, I see my friend is messaging me, so that means she survived her surgery. She did not die. We're all very happy about that. I knew she wouldn't. She's had a lot of surgeries, and she hasn't died yet. So that's a good thing. Alright, probably overdone this already. What if we were to just take a piece of fabric, and where's the blue? I want more of that green. I like that green. And just make some marks with that. Nope, doesn't get enough of anything on there. That didn't work. Alright, let's do the beige a little bit. Beige. I'm gonna go around. The beige is a little weird. I'm not sure how I feel about the beige. I don't like it on here. That's alright. When that dries, I'll cover it with something else. How about if I outline these with the red? Don't have to outline them. Oh, I think I know what I want to do. I want to take a black marker pen, something really fine. Like, I could do my stamp. I got that nested circle stamp, which is one of my favorites. But also, I can do like my own nested circles. There we go. There's a nested circle, kind of, sorta. I mean, I like the stamp better, just saying. But for this might work. Just making a mixed media. To be honest, it's mixed media. But we started with watercolors, so we're going for it. Do we like those or not? I don't hate them. I like a little bit of drama. So maybe we take our black pen or black, this one maybe. It makes weird marks. Like it doesn't make a perfect rectangle, which I'm all right with. And let's go this way this time. Oh, that time it kind of did, didn't it? I don't want to overwhelm one area with it. I think I got it. Which apparently here, I'm definitely not. I don't hate it though. Got a string on there now. Whee! Oh, look at that. We're just gonna drag a string through it now, apparently. You never know what's gonna happen on this channel. We might just drag strings to make marks. I don't hate it. I need a better string. I need a longer string. I don't hate that. Okay, why'd I put that over there? It doesn't go over there. It goes in there. You want to see what it looks like cut up? Are we done? We didn't do any white. Do we need some? Oh, we need to fix this. That's already. Let's try the slate gray. I haven't done that. I mean, it's pretty close to this. Oh my goodness. I think I was writing with my left hand right now, the way it's coming out. That's alright. We're just gonna do it like that. And I don't mind that slate gray. If I could do that slate gray with some string, I might like that. Let's get that slate gray and some of this, whatever color this is. It's a little bit lighter. I could get them to just bleed out and onto the thing and find a longer string. No longer string. Let's just find this piece again then. Is there a longer string here? No, but I'm going to take this edge. This little frayed edge here. And just try things. Just do it. We'll try just a little smushy. Oh, I kind of like the lines it makes from the denim. I don't hate that. I just needed watercolor, just wasn't doing it. We'll try. Be nicer to your pens than I am. Your markers need care. They need to not be jammed down like I was doing apparently. I'm going to add a little grunge. Just get a little piece of fabric and add a little something here and there. I don't know. Alright, there's a little bit of wet spots on here. Let me fix that and then we're going to cut it. I started peeling off the tape and then I was like, you know, I bet there's some people that really like to watch the tape be peeled off because it's kind of satisfying. Now, I need to use my rotary cutter because it might still be a little bit on the damp side. And I'm going to blind cut it. That just means that I'm going to turn it upside down to cut it. Except for these edges. I'm going to cut off these edges because I just had that so I could tape it down. Basically. Okay, ready to turn it over and cut it out? Okay. Now this is probably a 9 by 12. I just cut off about 1/2 inch on each side, so that makes it 8.5 by 11.5. So I think I will, let's see, so that makes this, let's just measure it and see. Alright, so it's about 8.5 and almost 12. So I'm going to cut 3 inches here. And then I'm going to cut 5 inches and have my tags go the other way with that one. So this one I'm going to do 2 3/4 inches, which leaves me with almost 6. So one of them will be just under 3, and the other one will probably also be just under 3. And then this one is almost about 3 3/4 inches tall, so we'll make little tags. We'll do 2 1/4 inches. And what do we have left? About 4 inches. So this last one, these last two will be 2 inches. And this one, I want a tall one, so I'm going to do 6 inches, 5.5. So that gives me a good size tag, a little corner tuck, or whatever. You ready to see them? Now for the reveal. That's why the blind cutting is fun, because you get a reveal. Right, Brandon? Is that the guy's name on Project Runway? Alright, so there's one that could make a nice little corner tuck. So what I would do is, that might be, so I might just do like a rounding on one side. Just round it on one side, and then it could be a corner tuck in a journal. Or it could be a corner tuck this way. It doesn't really matter. But I like the circle coming up out of the bottom or side. And this one, I'd probably just make it as a tag. Not a lot happening on this one, so I would probably add to it. Or it could just be a background, this side. For a, you could put a little focal point on that, or you could add more mark making to that. And this one might just do little off to each corner, and that could just be a journal card. Could add some stenciling to it, some stamping. This one, I like the circle at the bottom. Just make a little tag out of this one. Well, those, did I already cut my 2-inch ones? Because those I could have done on something else. That's okay. And this one, I think I like that on the bottom. Do this one as a little journal card, 1/4 inch. And I would probably frame these out with some inking. This one needs help. So I'm going to set that one to the sides. This one's my favorite. I want to make it a tag, but I want it to have a bigger angle on the sides here. And this thing only does a certain size. So yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, and this one, not bad, not bad. I think I'll do this one as a journal card with the little corners cut off. You don't need this to cut off the corners. You can just cut off your corners. Not that big a deal. That needs something too. This one I like as well. Do I like these on the side? I think I'll go ahead and make this one a tag as well. So yeah, I think it's kind of fun to just create and have fun. Use a color palette that you've never used before, that you've been wanting to try, and you never know what you can come up with. And then if you wanted to, you could add some, see that right there made such a difference. You've got a really cool background. You've got this pink coming up here a little bit, or this whatever, so close to that. That really, it's not bad on there. That is definitely a possibility. Now it's the spooky season. Maybe you want to put a cute little black cat on there, or maybe it's just arty and you don't want to put a focal point on it. You don't have to. Or you could put a stamp on it. I don't know why I'm giving you all these ideas and suggestions. It's not like you asked for them. I'm looking for really like letters and numbers and stuff. So we're gonna work. This one needs work. It totes needs work. And one color we used in here was sort of like the seafarer. So I'm just gonna repeat that color here and there. See, already made a huge difference, didn't it? I mean, I think it did, but you know, that's just me. Oh, it made a big difference. And then say I wanted to draw something on here, pencil. I don't know. It's fall, but these aren't fall colors. So maybe I just kind of want a daisy or something. I don't know what I want. Now, the thing with watercolors is if I try to just do this white, the petals, it's going to come through even the Posca pen. However, I do have that green Posca pen, so we could start with that. Let's see how it does. Or I could have even, what I did one time when I wanted it, I had the color coming through too much, I cut my petals out of book page, which worked nicely. But we'll see how this does. I can use a thicker one now. Don't have to spend all day doing that. Thicker one? No, I can't, because you think that there's one here that's, is this one any thicker? No. No, that's thinner. Oh, let's not do that. Or you could just use, you know, paint, gesso, whatever. I believe this green is going to come through, but that I don't think is a real bad thing. And I used permanent ink. I mean, I didn't let it dry, but I did use it. And you know, this one was ho-hum, not real great. And now it's improved, in my opinion. A little stamping, a fun little drawing. If you're making a journal for someone, it's nice to add your own little touches, your own style, whatever it is that makes you happy. And I had green. Didn't I have green? Didn't I have a good green? Good green. With lots and lots of green. Daisies or whatever these are usually have these weird leaves, right? And does it have to be perfect? No. In fact, you make other people feel better about their work when it's not perfect. Right? That's how I see it. You can feel better about your work when my stuff is not perfect. A little outline, let it pop a little bit, just doing some rough lines, not totally even touching the paper, not going for perfection, just hitting a lick at a stick, I don't know. Just having fun with it, that's the important thing. And that Posca pen was still wet. But I should not have ruined this pen, because this pen is supposed to be able to come back from wet media and not be lost forever like some pens. Once you get them on wet media, they're just gone forever. So that's why I like these Stadler permanent Lumicolor. Oh my goodness. Now I do want to make this into a tag. Alright, do you remember what that was and now what it is? I like it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And maybe I want to just come along and just do some outline on here. Maybe I don't want it like a little border, but maybe I don't want it perfect. So I'm just kind of like barely touching the paper and just doing a little border around here. You know, like that. I like that. It frames it out nicely. This needs something. I like stamping. Why not stamping? Why not this little, what's this? I want to see what this color is going to do. I don't think it's the right color, but I can always say. Actually, I think it might work. It'll just kind of hide in the green a little bit, especially if I do it in the green. See, it just kind of looks like messy writing, and it's pretty close to the original color that we might have wanted. Just get it here and there, and even everywhere if you want, because it's not like just script, it's also got like little dots and stuff. So this is freezer paper under here if you're wondering. So that added a little texture or whatever under there. What else can I do? I could even just take like a piece of book page or whatever and just kind of come down one side of it if I wanted, but they're not bad the way they are. Alright, so anyway, here we are with, not totally finished, but here, I'll ink them up real quick. Okay, so these ones I inked around the edges with the Seafarer, and I did a little stamping on each one with a little bit of the Seafarer. And these I inked around the edges with the sepia, and then well, that one has the green like you saw, and this one has a little bit of sepia stamping, and they all have a little bit of sepia stamping. So how many did we make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of ephemera from one painted masterboard. And I mean, they'll probably all go in the same journal because they're all similar colors. And we used our color inspiration from a magazine, which, you know, is now in my, might even put one of these in here. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a delightful day. Love you.